So The Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 4 is up. Happy Black Friday, everyone. Let's jump right into it. So welcome to Sorgan, a happy Skrull farming community. We get a little different taste at the beginning of the episode this morning with kind of some peaceful shots followed by quite the brawl, looting, pillaging, all that kind of good stuff, which is kind of a nice transition from the other things that we have seen so far in the series. We get a green planet, a wet planet, which is nice, and we pretty much jump straight to another cantina scene, and yet another case where a Captain Kirk-esque brawl occurs with our Mandalorian getting roughed up by Cara. And Cara's excuse for beating the tar out of him is she was worried about a bounty, which I'll take it. She figured he was part of the guild and decided to, preemptively kick things off. So that was a fun way to get there. We learn a couple of things about the Mandalorian. He does remove his helmet regularly, to eat and such. He just doesn't do it in public, which leads the lore of him not, or Mandalorians themselves not taking off their helmet. And we also find that his helmet has some pretty good tactical kit in it. He's able to, I guess, do an IR wash on the, input that he's getting. So he was able to track people's footprints and stuff like that, which explains why Mandalorians seem to be such good trackers, or at least in the universe are such good bounty hunters, so on and so forth. We get some good Baby Yoda humor right at the beginning of the episode with Baby Yoda pushing buttons and messing around. And there's that very deliberate, you told me to stop, but I'm not going to stop. And as we find out at the near the end of the episode, Baby Yoda also decides to give up eating frogs whole, I guess, or maybe uncooked. And there are reasons for that, which I won't get into. I also noticed that his right thigh plate did not get replaced in this new round of armor. So that's interesting. It'll be interesting to see if that ever gets replaced, or if it's just a George Lucas-esque decision to leave something out of the ordinary in a piece of equipment, like C-3PO's leg and then red arm and all that kind of stuff. So the ATST storyline is pretty fantastic, and I'm glad that they didn't make it a bigger thing than just that there's, a band of mercenaries who happen to have figured out how to acquire an ATST and use it to attack villages nearby. I'm glad that they didn't try to tie in some larger, more frustrating storyline and whatnot. I still have always said I don't understand the fandom around the ATST or the AT-ATs. I think they're impractical, and I think they're kind of a joke. Whatever. And the one-day montage to get an entire village ready to face the mercenary horde, it's good for TV. I'll let that go. And I think my favorite part about the episode is probably Cara's confusion as to why the Mandalorian wouldn't give up his life for all the reasons that she brought to his attention. But all in all, I think it's a really good episode. It took exactly as much time as it needed to take. It told a really good story, and it wrapped up, pretty well. I'm pleased with Favreau and Fellini. making these episodes relatively simple without too much complex arc, telling a story, getting in, getting out. So it was, all in all, it was a good episode. So like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down in the bleep bloops at the bottom. And we'll see you next time.